Yo, what is up everyone, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video with your host Kenkukun. And in the heat of the moment, I made a nice rant video. Now we're gonna make a slightly less rantier rant video than what I just made, but it has to do with Videls EZA. Now, I went out and made the tweet. This was my upset, instant, gotta say something tweet. Videl should have gotten something similar added to her passive that when we use the active skill, she could get damage reduction for one turn, or something. They can't change active skills, but via addendum that their passive can be edited, can be made to cohesively be better. Numerous units, and you know, I would say numerous, a good handful of units with EZAs have been. Why one of the more niche units in the game, and will possibly not see another Videl unit for some time to come, didn't get something more to their passive just seems negligent. Now, I wanted to say, incompetent, but I felt like that was just too strong. I think it's just negligence. I think they just, you know, this is good enough, right? It's just like, it's good enough. It's Videl. Who cares about Videl? I care. I play the game. I care about every unit I got in the game, especially Dokkan Fest units, especially units we won't see, you know, once in a blue. How many Dokkan Fest Videls do we have? What? One? How many good Videls units do we have? I think the Int Videl. So we have 2. Are we gonna get a third? Who knows? And when? We don't know. So yes, I care when niche units that won't see a lot of units in the game come out and they're just bad. Oh yeah, so yeah, and this passive is from the Tournament of Powers Blue Goku and Evolution Blue Vegeta. In their passive, it was added in their passive. I wish I didn't close that tab. It reduces damage received by 70% when HP is 50% or less and performs a critical hit if Ki is 24, right? Once only. So this was not in their kit before their EZA, and it's meant to complement the minus 50% defense. Videl, right? Here's Videl, and we'll take a look at her, and here's the tweet, you know, the official tweet. Videl, she doesn't get that in her passive anywhere. There's nothing in here, right? Here's just base stats, great chance of evading, super attack before attacking, stats when attacking, performs critical hits on allies, Ki +2 in the same turn after evading an attack, plus an additional 58% to stats, performs an additional attack that has a great chance to become a super attack if she gets hit after receiving an attack. Attacks effective against all types, launch an additional super attack as the first or second attack on the turn, additional stats, and a great chance of launching, or a great chance of evading enemy's attack as the third attack on the turn, gain an additional 30% to stats, up to 58, so dodge twice, you're good to go. Nothing about the active skill. What does her active skill do? Permanently, for the rest of battle, you get plus 20% attack, minus 20% defense. I would have been fine if they just put in here, you know, because I'm not just going out of my way and super excited to slap her in slot 1. Absolutely not. No. Nope. Slot 2, maybe. Slot 3, absolutely. Right? And guess who I'm going to put her on a team with? Gohan. Heck, Ultimate Gohan. She's not going in slot 1 above him. No way. You know, unless Gohan gets to the point once again where he's immediately being defeated, turn 1, sorry, slot 1's taken, or reserved, right? Filled. Move along, Videl. So, I pulled up a couple of, you know, there's a whole list, right, of active skill units, and I have some from, most of the ones I pulled up are ultimate attacks. Some are, you know, these are damaging active skills. I didn't look at the miscellaneous ones there, but I did pull, where is it? Attack and defense? Oh yeah, and these guys get a stat boost. So even them, so it's not just, you know, everything that I pulled up did not strictly come from it's just a damaging type super, right? I have Cell, Vegito, Gochita, Vegeta, UI Goku, right? So we have recent EZAs, we have older EZAs in here as well. you know, major units. I didn't see. Let me check for a TUR. I would say, you know, it's relevant. Here we go. I pulled up even more units, right? So we come back here. We have AGLUI Goku. When he activates his... Now, this is just a damaging attack. When he activates his active skill, he gets extra stuff. When Vegeta activates his active skill, he gets extra stuff. When Vegito, they activate their active skill specifically, they get extra stuff. When Cell activates his active skill, right here, he gets extra benefits in his passive. Now, I have some TURs, right, that also have extra things. Now, this one doesn't specifically, all right, so you have to bear with me with this one, right? I'm not trying to bait anyone here. Before they EZA'd, they had no damage reduction, and now if you run them on a full Future Saga rotation, you get damage received by 30%. I don't believe this was only put here just to make the unit a little bit better. You lose half of their defense when you use their active skill. I am almost certain they took time and said, you know what? Let's give them damage reduction because eventually they're going to drop an active skill somewhere and we're going to want it to matter. There's like that, just that little bit of care, right? We have AGL Zamasu, which is... Now, these are transforming characters. Yeah, these two are transforming characters. They don't... This one isn't an EZA, but I will bring something up about them. When it comes to transforming characters, and Videl is a costume change, but not technically... I mean, technically kind of a transformation, but she doesn't get a whole new kit. But they could have treated it as such, right? They could have added it in the passive. When you activate these two's active skills, right, for Dokkan Fest Super Dragon Ball Super Trunks and Dokkan Fest Fusion Zamasu, they have just their whole kit is changed because they're, you know, transforming into a new form. So even though the active skill can't be changed for these guys to transform, when you do transform them, it's just their whole passive that's essentially, you know, making their whole active skill work, right? If that makes sense. Same thing with him. Because it's a transforming unit, when you hit their active skill, it's not just one line added to the passive, it's the whole passive of the next, you know, of their next transformation, right? The whole passive is tied to the active skill, right? So again, you don't change the active skill. This guy, they haven't EZA'd these two yet, but if you look at them, in their passive already, you know, when they active skill and they exchange, you're making Rainbow Key Spheres for 3 turns from the start of his turn. So they've already taken care, and I'm sure if I went through all of the active skills, I would find pre-EZA stuff, but this is, you know, I try to make sure, it dawned on me when I looked at this unit, I'm like, oh, they've already kind of, you know, crafted Rainbow Orbs into him, and then, you know, now he needs more, right? Like, after 3 turns, he needs more, and this unit was pretty bad when they released, so... Again, I don't know why Videl came out, and they could not take Videl and say, you know what, because she loses 20% in the battle for the rest of the battle, let's just, for 1 turn, give her 70% damage reduction. People can put her in slot 1, and we can kind of correlate her active skill, like this is the turn I want to end the fight with a really tough attack because 20% stat boost is pretty big, or this is the turn I want to just, you know, this is the turn I want to just unleash a lot of damage, and we can put her in slot 1, she can get all of her extra stuff built up, maybe dodge everything, maybe get hit, right? And then, you know, it's just a little bit safer to have her in slot 1 once again. 70% chance to dodge. I see units get cooked with 77% chance to dodge. Not that often, but I'll stick with 70%. I've seen too many units just rumble and get folded over with 70% chance to dodge. and they actually have defense in their passives or damage reduction in their passives and stuff like that that make them a little bit better, and they still get turned into a nothing unit. They just get flattened, right? So I don't know. It just didn't seem like they put enough care into Videl, into her kit. Again, it's a niche unit. If this was a Super Saiyan Goku, it would suck, but oh well, this is a Super Saiyan Goku. We'll see him in 3 months, right? We'll see another one in 5 months, 10 months, right? Within the year, we'll get another Super Saiyan Goku. That's it. That's all I gotta say. You know, again, a little less ranty, and I brought up many more examples right away, to kind of just go through. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you agree? Do you think they should put more care into units with active skills if they don't want to take the steps to, you know, do whatever they need to do to make active skills be able to be additive? And that's fine. Can they, you know, do you agree? Do you think they should just at least put more care into some of these units that they, you know, especially the more niche ones? Or, you know, are you accepting it? Do you know, I'm content, this is good enough, right? It's whatever. You know, I'm not thinking about the unit as a slot 1 unit. Again, to me, it's just, when are we going to get another Videl? I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, right? Once a year we get a Peppy Gal, and they have plenty of Peppy Gals to choose from. It doesn't always have to be Videl or Bulma or 18. Like, there are more out there they can choose from, right? So, I'm out of here. That's all I got to say. Thanks so much for watching. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever it may be. Peace out. See you next time.